Well, it's Shakespeare comes to Springfield, the old bard meets the tubbalard. It's MacHomer, and it's iambic pentameter like it's never been told before. Please give it up for Rick Miller, the creator and performer of this one-man tragical tristery tour. That's what I like to call it.
Very good.
It's Macbeth.
It is.
Tell us about the show.
The Simpsons do Macbeth. It's a production of Macbeth with smoke and lights and fog, except it's one person, me, playing 50 Simpsons characters.
That blows my mind. How did you decide to come up with this?
I had a little too much time on my hands. In 1994, 15 years ago, I was playing Murder No. 2 in a production of Macbeth in Montreal, and I had a little, all this time on my hands. I started hearing Simpsons voices, and I threw together this cast party joke that has since now evolved, and I've done it for 500,000 people in 150 cities.
So you have Simpson voices in your head?
Yeah, we all do, really. I mean, built in, but I seem to have more than others.
So who would you say, did you identify with as your first inner Simpson?
The first voice I heard was actually the guy who became the director of the show was playing Macduff. Macduff's family gets slaughtered. He discovers the king is dead, and he has this beautiful, oh, horror, oh, and it was just, I heard his voice. I heard Barney right there. So it did the rest cast itself.
Who do you do the most? Is it Homer?
Homer, yeah, Homer the most. And my Homer is slightly different. You get used to this show. You know that I'm playing, the bar is set pretty high. I'm playing a lot of characters, and you sort of fall into this thing where you forget that there's one person on stage, and it's very entertaining. And if your kids hate Shakespeare, this is the play to take them to.
What if they hate The Simpsons?
Not many people.
No, exactly.
Simpsons,
what do you think is the appeal?
I think The Simpsons, and I've had a lot of time to think about this, but The Simpsons are, as opposed to the cartoons that have since gone further than The Simpsons, Family Guy, for instance, The Simpsons still have a heart to them. You actually care about these characters, and they're almost tragic in a way. So, you've just got these characters who are so pathetic, and deep down they're noble. And, you throw them in Macbeth, and all of a sudden you kind of care about what happens to them in this strange Halloween episode that is MacHomer.
Now, in the theater business, Macbeth is kind of taboo, right?
Yeah. Well, you can't say the word Macbeth inside a theater. And I've had some pretty awful things happen to me. I busted 2 front teeth while I was doing an impersonation. I fell down and anyway. Yeah, but I get away with it. I think I've done the play long enough to earn my...
And you just changed it into MacHomer. What's the hardest character to do?
The kids are hard. The kids are hard to do. I'm a baritone. The kids are all performed by women. Nancy Cartwright, Yardley Smith. I get away with the characters very quickly, and I kill them off. Because it's my show.
And it's Shakespeare.
I'm allowed. I can do what I want.
It all matches. Let's put up some information. If you want to check out MacHomer, it is at the Dusty Lou Bon Vivant Theater at TheaterWorks there at UCCS. Only 7 shows. It starts tonight, right?
Yep.
And it lasts through this Sunday, every night at 7:30 with matinees over the weekend. That website you want to go to is theaterworkscs.org. Now, Rick, would you be interested in doing a little bit of weather and maybe some Simpsons character voices?
I'll give it a try.
Okay, now look, I'm gonna step out of the way. Here's a map. Now look, we have a Springfield.
Woo! Springfield! Woohoo! Homer, we're on the TV. TV, dope!
Wow! Oh, Barney, look at that Springfield. That's what.
Oh, I hate the weather. This is the worst part of the show.
Hello, I'm actor Troy McClure. You might remember me from that town over there. It's looking rather cold today.
All right, man. All right, let's flick to the next day. We got some cold temperatures over there, man. Mostly sunny and cooler. The weather looks slightly cool with a little bit of a, what is that, a mountain over there with some snow.
Mr. Burns, were you going to put your little shade thing like you would you do that over us?
Who's this man talking to me? Smithers, get me out of here.
How about the forecast for Pueblo? Can you do that?
Pueblo, where's the forecast right there? Well, Oakley, I can't even see what, 62 for a high.
All right, who else can we do? My goodness.
Arr, I'm Captain McAllister, and I love the weather. It gets me way on sea.
Hey, I'm Mo. I hate everything I do. This is terrible. Get me away from here.
Anyway.
That's
kind of the idea.
Excellent. Yeah, the whole cast of characters. Rick Miller, thanks so much for coming in and showing us the wonders of Springfield. And again, MacHomer kicks off tonight at TheaterWorks, Dusty Lou Bon Vivant Theater at UCCS. Excellent work.
Thank you.
I don't know. Can we follow that? Yeah, we got to do traffic. That's right. Hey, you want to do the traffic report?
Looks like there's a lot of cars out there. It's very busy.
It is very busy.
Don't drive with your cell phone.
Oh,
I love driving with my cell phone.
there is an accident we want to talk about on the southeast side of town. Still powers at Fountain. Your next weather and traffic together on the twos comes up in 10 minutes.
It was just great. All right, 7:53 now. Art lovers, mark your calendars for an event happening on the west side of town. It's time for